everyone, today I'm going to do a little small tutorial for you on this really pretty component. You can do this with whatever color, but I'm just going to show you how to make an earring out of this. I don't have enough materials to make earrings, bracelet, ring, necklace, the whole shit and caboodle. I just don't got enough materials in this color, or any color for that matter. Anyway, it's just a little component that you can do whatever you want with it. You can make a ring, like I had said earlier. You can make a ring, pair of earrings. The component itself consists of just this right here. So you can make a bracelet, hooking the 6mm fire polish and joining them here on the sides like this. Or you can make a really pretty ring, like using the exact same method that I used, only making it with some stretch cord and 3mm fire polish. I find 3mm fire polish and stretch cord the easiest, because then you can wear the ring on whatever finger you want. I would do it this way, using this method here, so you have a really pretty side on it like that. So for each component, so for a pair of earrings, you're going to need 5 6mm fire polish. Let me just back out a bit so you guys can see all the stuff. You're going to need a 6mm Monte, and this is either a Preciosa or a Swarovski. I don't know who makes these kind, because I get different people telling me different things, when Preciosa and Swarovskis always look different to me. So this is the one that has the crisscross on the back. Okay, the X, it's not the box shaped one. You're going to need 2 ear hooks. Of course, I've got one already on here. You're going to need some mini super duos or mini duos, and I'm using 2 colors, so you're going to need 16 of them altogether, and I'm using 8 in each color. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, or 6, sorry, I only need 6. 2, 4, 6, yeah. So 12 altogether, not 18, 16. So 6 of each color. Same with 8-Os. I'm going to use 2 colors, and I'm using just a, white Vega luster kind of thing, purple and pink, in an 8-O. So you'll need 4 of each color in that. You will need 8 3mm Swarovski Bicones. So I'm using 8 here, and some 15-0 seed beads. A size 10 beading needle will work for this, and you'll also need about, 3/4 yard of Fireline. I've got a whole yard here probably strung on, but that's okay too, because I usually just save my leftover Fireline and reuse it if it's a long enough piece. Now, to get started, you're going to do this inner part, which is the back of the ring, or back of the earring. So we're just going to do this inner part first. So in that, you're going to pick up 2 whatever color 8-Os you're working with, and a 15-0. And I'm using my 2 pinks, so I'm alternating it purple and pink. So I might want to come up a wee bit so you guys can see what so I'm using 2 purple, a 15-0, and 2 pink. A 15-0, 2 purple, 15-0, 2 pink, and a 15-0. Alright, so bring those down to the end of your thread here, and then we're just going to go right through all these beads again. Make sure you have 4 15-0s separating your colors there, and string through all of them, making sure you don't miss. Whoops, I'm already out of camera. Already out of camera frame. Perfect. Alright, so let's join this up. And now I'm going to tie a little knot. Making sure I get between the beads and not catch the beads. And there we go. Now I'm just going to run my needle through. Oops, I'm snagged on everything here. Scissors, pliers. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these two pink ones. Now on your needle you're going to pick up a 15-0. I'm working with pink, so I'm going to sit the pink ones on top, 2 pink Miniduos and a 15-0. Oops, picked up 2. And then I'm coming out here, so I'm just going to make a circle now and go right back into them like this, sitting them on top like that. Then I'm going to go through the 15-0 and through the next two 8-0s, which is the purples, and same thing, 15-0, 2 purples and a 15-0, and just go through the 8-0s. Don't go through the 15-0s that are on the side there, and pull that tight. Turn it. Now go through the 15 and the next two 8-0s, which are my pink ones. And pick up a 15, 2 pink, and a 15-0. And then you're going to go through picking up your duos. So now you should have this so far. Whoops. That. Okay. Now go through the 15 and the last two 8-0s. Pick up a 15 and 2 purples, or whatever color you're using, and make a circle and go right back through like that. So you have this. Now, let me see here what I did. I didn't. Did I put? No. All right. So all I'm going to do, because I'm exiting here, is run my needle right back through these purple ones. I'm going through the bottom only, pulling it tight. I'm in the bottom of the Miniduo, and I'm going to exit into the top hole of that one. So I'm exiting towards the other matching duo. Now we're going to pick up one of our, I don't think I put, pick up a 3mm and go right into your next Miniduo, and be very careful you don't break your thread, because I'm just using 6-pound Fireline. You're going to pick up a crystal, 6mm crystal. You're going to go right into the next Miniduo like this. Pick up a 3mm into the next Miniduo. Pick up a 6mm into the next Miniduo. Pick up a 3mm and into the next Miniduo. Okay, now pulling it nice and tight. Pick up a 6mm into the next Miniduo. 3mm. Put that between your Miniduos, and pick up your last 6mm. Now you're going to go through. We're going to go back down into the center now and put our Monty in there. This guy. Okay, and I used 2 seed beads to hold the Monty on. So I'm exiting out of the duo. I'm just going to drop right down in the middle. See where I'm exiting here? Just drop down into the next the bottom hole of that mini duo. And don't snag that crystal. There we go. Pull tight. Oh shoot, I snagged into the 50 now. Up there. Now, just drop down into the two 8/0s. Pick up two 15s, your Monty. Two 15s, and go right across and go in this way. So if you are exiting, I'm exiting here. So go across in here, but exit your thread the same way. So putting your Monty on top like this. Okay? Pick up two more 15s and go into the second hole of the Monty like this. Pick up two more 15s and go back into the super duos that you originally were coming out of. Now all you're going to do is reinforce that, because right now it's kind of loose and I don't like it. So go back through all your beads, like that, and pull it tight. Back through this section. And back into the 8/0s. Now, up here we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. All right. Now we're exiting out of the 8/0, so just go right where, see where you're exiting here out of the 15/0s, or the 8/0s. Just go right back up, following your thread path into your mini duos. Go into the next one, but don't snag that 15/0 on the other side of your mini duo here. Might be a little tight to go around. Yeah, there we go. And pull tight. Now get back up into the top hole of your mini duo. And I snagged the crystal, and I snagged everything else. Alright. Now, exit out of your 6mm fire polish. So this is what you should have accomplished. Okay, your little square box. Now, you're going to pick up, working with the 15/0s, you're going to pick up 9 15/0s. And you're just going to go right across into the next 6mm. Pick up 9 15/0s. And go across into the next 6mm. Pick up 9 into the next 6mm. Pick up 9. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. Back into the 6mm. Now, you can leave them like this if you want, but I find they're just boring. So what I do is go through the first four 50-0s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So go through the first four 50-0s. Pull it tight. Now put your thread behind that next bead, which is the middle bead, and go right through all these beads again. So go through the next four, skipping one, and go through four and into your fire polish. And popping. Okay, see how you pop this bead out here? By placing the thread behind it. Go through the first four. Skip one and go through the next four. Oops. And when I'm going through these four, I like to go through those four, the 6mm, and the next four. Just makes it quicker. And make sure you pull it tight, because when you pull it tight, it'll pop that bead out. Kind of like a little picot. So skip that one, go through the next four, the fire polish, and the next four. And, whoops, you probably can cut your tail off. Pull it tight. Now, okay, so we're at the end now, so let's go and check our other earring. So that kind of reinforces the outer edge as well. So, and it pulls this in tight and kind of sinks that in the middle a bit. Okay, let's cut this tail off because we really don't need it. We tied it in a knot. Okay. Now this one here, I'm going to do it the same way. So I have to be exiting, oops, that's upside down. I'm exiting here. So I need to be exiting of this one so it's matching to this one, or I can make it this way so it's one's right and one's left. Well, I'm not going to do that and tell someone it's a right and a left earring. So I'm just going to work my way around, same thread path, skipping that little picot we made. Oops. There we go. And exit here. Alright, so now we want our earrings to match. And they will match like that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up 4 15s, a pink or whatever color Miniduo you're using, a crystal, 3mm crystal. I'm using another color of a Miniduo. So we'll do the bottom first. And we're going to pick up 5 15s, a 6mm crystal, 5 15s, so in this pass, this is what you should have picked up: 4 15s, a Miniduo, a crystal, a Miniduo, 5 15s, a 6mm, and 5 15s. All you're going to do is go back up into the Miniduo first. So go in there first. Pick up a crystal, 3mm crystal, go into the next Miniduo. Making this and pull it to your work So you have it looking like this. Okay, so it should look like that. And then you're going to pick up 4 more 15s. And you're going to go back through that 6mm that you originally came out of. Whoops, I snagged the 15. Okay, so you should have your little dangle like this. You might want to fidget with it to get it perfectly straight and then give it a good tight pull. So it looks like this. Now I recommend reinforcing, you know me. I would go right back through all of these beads again just because it's a dangle and it's out there and it's going to get more use hitting and banging and clinging and clanging on a windy, cold, stormy day. I just like to reinforce. Okay, and I'm just going right back up. So I just went through the 6mm at the bottom. I'm going up through the fire polish. And then I'm just going to make my way all the way around till I'm exiting out of that fire polish opposite from this one here. So let's go up in here. And I gotta go this way because I gotta go through the fire polish so I can stay within my thread path. Making sure I skip those. See, it's good, nice and snug. Making sure I skip that middle bead again. So just keep within your thread path, please. Go behind and exit out of your fire polish. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little tiny bail, and I think this bail is absolutely really cute. And I like making bails with 50 no's because when you round them around, like when you sew them around like that, they always lay so pretty, so nice. They're perfect. I think I picked up 9 in this one. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep. So let's repeat the same as we did before. Pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 15s. Your pink Super Duo, a 3mm crystal, a purple Super Duo, Mini Duo, sorry. I always call them Super Duos. And you're going to pick up 1, 2, 9 15-0s now. 9. Because now we're just making our little loop. Okay, so now you're going to go back back towards your beadwork, go through the purple, the Mini Duo, the other hole of the Mini Duo. There's your little loop. Pick up your other crystal, it should be your very last 3mm. Exit into the second hole of that Mini Duo, the next Mini Duo, and pick up 4 15s. And go right through your 6mm fire polish. Like that. And give everything, adjust everything, fix your little loopy here. There we go. I don't like the way that's sitting. Why is it sitting like that? Now it's time to reinforce. So back up, especially your earring hoop. I'm just going to reinforce it one more time. This is where the hook is going to sit. And then back down the other side. Oops. I'm using a size 10 beading needle, if I didn't mention that, and 6-pound Fireline. There, and back through. And if you want to go ahead and reinforce that again, by all means, you know, go ahead. I like to just play with that loop, get it nice and straight. but I guess because I've got a really fat 50-0 in there, for some reason it's not the same sitting as nice as this one. Never does. The second one you make never works. And now we're just going to tie this off. So I'm going through some beads. I went through the first 4, and I'm going through the second 4, skipping that middle picot bead. And now I'm going to tie off here, right before this fire polish. So once, and twice, and pull, and into the 6mm, and out through these 50-0s again. I'm trying to anyways do it all in one pass, but not gonna let me because that middle bead is stopping me. Through there. I don't want to tie any knots in these 50-0s because sometimes if you tie a knot between them and your thread's too thick or the knot's too big, it leaves a space between your 50-0s. It really shows a lot in your 50-0s. So if you're going to tie a knot, always try to tie it in between the small bead and the bigger bead that you're going to go into. So even an 11-0, if there was an 11-0 there, then tie your knot and pull it inside the 11-0, because sometimes 50-0s are really, really hard to get a knot in them. And the last thing you want to do, especially in this case where our 50-0s are all nice and tight together, is put a knot there and then have a little space because the knot didn't go inside. So just a little tip that you guys might want to keep in mind. So this is why I'm traveling all the way to the next big bead, which is of course my 6mm fire polish. There we go. And then I'm going to tie another surgeon's knot, and I'm going to go through the big bead, and then I'm going to cut it. So there's double. Put my needle through there twice and pull. And especially tying a surgeon's knot between 50-0s is not a good idea. And go through whatever beads I can and cut this off. And she's done. And I have a little piece of thread left, so it's not that big. So maybe cutting a little bit of a yard is a good idea. So put my scissors in here, make my nice pretty loop. And now you're going to get 2 pairs of pliers, and you're going to open your loop, or 1 pair of pliers. I only need 1. And I'm just going to pull my loop, twist it. Don't pull your loop this way. Don't take it and pull it open. Always twist, just like a jump ring. And make sure you put the front of your Monty, if you put your earring on properly, that the front of your Monty is at the front of your earring. Oopsies. Did I break that bead? No. And then just twist it back. And you have yourself a pretty pair of earrings. Now, as I mentioned, you can use this same component to make yourself a really gorgeous ring. I don't have any fire polish here. I would definitely use stretch cord and 3mm fire polishes to do the ring band. But I would do it to here and make this, do it this far to this far, where you got your little Miniduos, and that will kind of give you your beginning of your shank part. So when it's on you, like this, you've got a nice, really pretty design. You can even use, I wonder if I should just show you guys how to do it. I'd have to go dig out some stuff. I'd have to go dig out some 3mm. Got my stretch cord handy, and I'd have to make another component. You know what? I'll make another component, and I'll show you guys how to make the ring, okay? Just because I'm so nice. And then I want to show you guys how to do this. My next tutorial is going to be this gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet. My Lady Mary bracelet. It is just stunning. It's lovely. I'm so happy with it. The colors are just astonishing. The only thing is, it's too small for my wrist. I made it too small. So I'm going to add an extra pearl in there and it'll be a perfect length for me. But it was the right length until I started embellishing it and pulling my work tight in here. And when I pulled my work tight, it got really small. So I will mention that when I'm making this tutorial. Not to make sure you put an extra one in there. Just because it's going to pull your work. It's going to get pulled tight and it's going to short. Anyways, I'm going to go make another component and I'm going to come back and get a drink. It's really dry. Okay, so I made another component and I left it right here. I want to show you how to make it into a ring, just to make it a little easier for you, instead of, you know, especially people that are new beginners, new people, don't know how to do it. I'll show you. So I finished just the picot, you know, the little 15-0s with the picots. I just finished that, and now I'm exiting out of a 6mm fire polish. So we're going to do exactly what we did here, minus this and minus this. So we're not going to put the 6mm. I'll show you. So pick up 4 15s. So out of any one of these 6mm you can be in, pick up again your Miniduo, your crystal, your other Miniduo, 4 15s. Actually, we're going to pick up 3. Now you're going to pick up an extra 8-0. So pick up an 8-0 and 3 15s. Okay, bring that down. Now you're going to go through your Miniduo like this. Pick up a crystal. Go through your other Miniduo and pick up 4 15s. And go through your fire polish like this. So now you're just going to go ahead and reinforce this. So what this is, it's the beginning of your shank. And you're going to start in the 8-0 because you'll fit your stretch magic in that bead as opposed to fitting it into one of these 15-0s. It's not going to work. You'll just fight and struggle, and it's just not going to go in there. So let's go ahead and reinforce this. So I'm just going through all these beads, pulling it nice and tight as I go. And you can go through as many beads as you can make a pass, one pass in. So I would think, being that it's 6-pound Fireline, it's a ring shank, it's the base of your ring. I don't know. I don't know if I'd go through that again, but might be wise. So I haven't, I'm not going to go through this again, but you guys can. So now I'm going to work my way all the way to the other side, and I'm going to repeat exactly what I did here. Again, going through just the 4 beads and still skipping that picot bead like this. So that's good and tight. And you kind of want to weasel your needle up in there like this, pull it out so you can get your make sure this bead's loose, it's not snug in there. out of the way, 15. Oh, thank you. Actually, I should have cut this tail off a long time ago and I didn't, so let's do it now because it's really annoying. I don't know if you guys get annoyed by your tails, but I do. Alright, so repeat exactly what you did here. So I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, my pink, a crystal, my purple, and 3 15s, an 8-0, and 3 15s. Oops. And I'm going to let those drop down to the 6mm. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back through the first mini duo, the other hole, pick up my crystal, go through the mini duo, and pick up 4 15s. And I would hold on to the 8-0 and give that a good tight pull. And now go through your fire polish and pull tight and reinforce. So if you're making a bracelet or a necklace, you can use this to join your bracelet together, each component. You can use this idea here in between if you want. Alright, so getting to reinforcing, pull that 8-0 up and make sure it doesn't get snagged between those beads and pulled tight. And now what you're going to do after you've gone through this once, twice, whatever you want, it's your choice. I am going to tie it off. Okay, so now I'm going to go through some beads because whatever you do, don't tie it off in here in your ends, because you're going to put your stretch cord in there. So once, twice, and pull. And I'm going to go through the fire polish. As I mentioned before in the last section of this video, I said not to tie a knot between your 15s. So if you don't have to, don't. Okay, I'm doing it between the 15 and the fire polish, the bigger bead. For some reason, my thread didn't get under there. There we go. Alright, now let's tie 2 loops 2 times around. There. And pull. Now I'm going to just run through some beads and cut it off. Struggling here to get through some beads. There. Ooh, tight. Alright, now cut that off. So I went and got some 3mm fire polish here, these little guys, because they match the Monte and they match the 6mm. So I thought it would be nice and match. So as you can see, this is what I was getting at by doing your ring like this, was having your shanks already started. So all you got to do is take your needle and pull your bead up. Hopefully it didn't get stuck in there like mine just did. There we go. pull it up with your needle like this. I just bent my needle. I don't care, I got lots. And now put your stretch cord in it. Goodness. Pull up. Stay up there. So I'm pinching it between my thumb and my finger to hold it up. And there I'm going to put the stretch cord in. Alright, so now you're going to pick up a fire polish, a little tiny 3mm on each end of your stretch cord. Then you're going to pick up one more on any side. I like to pick it up on the left side because I pull it really tight, because now we have to cross through this one. So if I stretch my stretch magic really, really tight, I can get this one in, but it's not tight enough. So pull it really tight and you can get it through. I'm using a really thick cord. There we go. And make a crisscross. Bring your ends together. And let's carry this, bring this down to the middle. It's very tight because this is very thick stretch magic. Try to get them to be even. So this is basically what we're doing here. Just doing right angle weave. And one side's way longer than the other, but that's okay. We don't have to make this super long anyways because we made that beginning of the shank. So that gave us, you know, a good piece of good start to our length that we need to do. So I'm picking one up on each end. Then I'm going to pick up a third one on my left. I'm going to pull this super tight, pull that bead up, and crisscross. It is really tough to do. There we go. And pull. And we have that. And again, continue doing this. One on each end. And a third one to cross through. I really suck with my left hand. Okay. Pull it nice and tight and cross through it and pull. So the way I measure this is I'll just put it on my finger. I'm probably going to wear this on my thumb, I guess. I don't know where I'm going to wear it. But I just measure it around one of my fingers. Middle finger, whatever finger you're going to wear it on. And see how far you have to go to, why is that not sitting right? There we go. And just keep measuring it. So I'm going to go and finish this and come back and show you how to join it and tie it off. So just keep doing this to the length of the band that you want. And I'll be back. Okay, so I have gone the length that I need to go. Now I need to pull this bead up, and this is going to be tough because let me use pliers. Hopefully I don't crush it, just to pull it up, because these 50-0s are snagging on the side of it, and I didn't want that. Damn. Alright. Because you're going to have to put one bead on one end and go through the 8/0. Hopefully you can push the 50-0 out of the way. There we go. Okay, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but you can do it. Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a challenge. There. I wish those 50 nodes would... There we go. Fight with it enough and I'll win. Oh no. Those 50 nodes are a pain in my ass. Okay. So, if there's something different you guys want to do, then do it. Because this, you can see the challenge I'm having. Getting this 8/0 up and staying up. Straight up. There we go. Don't you dare move again. Alright, so one end's in. Hold it for dear life. Put a bead on the other end and then crisscross through that 8/0. So you went in one way, you need to go in the next way. This way. Come on, go. Oh, phew, I did it. Like that. Whew, see? And there's your gorgeous ring. I probably made it too big. Oh no. See? Now, we have to tie these off. And I don't even think it's possible to go back through these beads a second time to... Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot on the underside of the ring, right over top of that 8/0. Oops. You should do a square knot. What is right over left. Pull it tight as you can. Kind of tie it on the side if you can. Right over left. And left over right. And I'm going to put a dab of glue on this knot before I cut the thread. So, I put the knot on the side where the 8/0 hole is in the 8/0 so that it's not going to rub here. So make sure you dab a blob of glue on that before you cut it. And there you go. There's yourself a beautiful little ring. Look at how gorgeous that is. And it'll match your earrings. You can make your bracelet. You can make a necklace. And you could use this part here like you did for your shank. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I look forward to doing the bracelet tutorial next, because like I said, it's kind of retro and it's really pretty. Alright, so I'll see you guys soon on the next video. Have fun making this component. Bye everyone.